Actually, working with the rural tribal area people, the most important thing that I did, which actually transformed me, was my decision to stop reading. And I had this habit of reading many books at the same time. I mean, many books will be open near my bed. When I'm bored with one, I take the other one. And books were, sometimes just novels also, but also philosophy, sociology, anthropology, this kind of books. So, and I was living in this beautiful village, river nearby, mountains, all greenery all around. I was living with potters. There are weavers on one side, bamboo artisans. So it was a fantastic village with all kinds of activities happening. And here I was in the bed reading books, And I remember, I think I was reading, the last book I was reading at that time was Walden by Thoreau. And very fantastic book, which actually talks about experience. It was his life near the Walden Pond, where he was, he had constructed a cabin and all that, and he was really talking about that. And I found this strange contradiction in what I'm doing, this fantastic life happening all around me, and I'm sitting inside a room and reading, I thought, no, this is not what I should do. I stopped reading, and I completely quit reading after that for some years, because somehow it didn't seem right to me. And I was living with people who don't read and write, and who seems to be doing well. I think this is one of the most important thing I did, because my cognitive habit began to change completely. What I call as the cognitive system. Because for a literate, I say that literates learn the word, illiterates learn the world. And our brain structure is such that it's pliable. So what you do will create the network here. The architecture of your brain will be shaped by what you do actually. So someone who is reading all the time, it rewires the system to read, to imagine, because reading means imagining. There's nothing in front of you, which means that you read and you imagine. Whereas in seeing, there's no imagination. What you're seeing is what you're seeing, And then you have to think. Thinking is demanded by reading, reasoning. So this is agreeing, disagreeing. This is what you do, and then you assume that you have understood it. This is the cognitive system, the system of a reader, literate. Whereas when you are in the cognitive system of an illiterate is something else altogether. It is the real world they are observing. Seeing doesn't demand neither thinking nor imagination. What you're seeing is what you're seeing. There's nothing to think about it. And this constant seeing of different things organizes these inputs within us, and as insights, it's come to you actually. So there's a completely, and also how does that happen is due to self-organization. You don't have to organize it, unlike you do with reading, where you reason, organize that information and store in your head. Whereas when you're engaging with the real world, what is called as self-organization happens. You're not organizing the sensory inputs, because you can't do it. Your mind can't do it. Mind can engage with language, not with sensory inputs. So, and there are other habits like what happens to the eye. When you are a reader, you are seeing and imagining and thinking. You are not seeing, which means the role of the eye from seeing shifts to thinking. Meaning it becomes a tool of the mind, number one. Secondly, you're constantly on a constant focal length, and your periphery is also fixed all the time. Usually for an educated person, when they are walking, they are absent, they don't see anything. They are physically present, mentally absent. Which means their eyes are not functioning, and they don't see anything actually. So there's a complete rewiring that happens. And of course, when I began to, initially it was not that easy, but I began to see things, and seeing I kept on seeing what children were doing, and that is what actually led me to understand that there is a clear system with which children actually make sense of the world without your language and mind coming in the way. Just seeing as an observation or your sensory input, that enables knowledge creation. So many of the cognitive habits that instilled by reading is what actually prevents us from really learning. Learning requires completely different set of tools and systems, whereas it's these habits that are creating problem actually. Habits like, that immediately, that you don't know how to hold the doubt because you're constantly dealing with ready-made knowledge. Well, finished, full stop, that's what it is. So actually we use reason to conclude, but that's what the notion, what does the reason do? You take information, organize it and conclude it, or you use it for arguments. None of this is actually required for natural cognition, because what you're seeing, you don't have to argue, you don't have to conclude. So many of the problems of modern knowledge system, which is certainty, fear of making mistakes, fear of unknown, inability to hold doubt, lack of openness, all this actually comes from engaging with ready-made knowledge. It affects you physiologically, it affects you psychologically and cognitively. So